Russell Wilson. And the Seattle Seahawks taking on Jake Luton and the Los Angeles Rams.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. From the gun is Luton.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Luton going to pass it out of the shotgun.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
He'll look to throw right away.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 8 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
On the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings.
It's a gain.
23 yards the pickup there.
And the Rams first down.
Throwing is Luton.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
Luton's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play,
2nd and 2.
but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
His throw incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Ball carrier.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. 1, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got, and he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Hey, Tony's right. 26,
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He'll find Metcalf. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
2nd and 7.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Rams, nothing.
Here's Luton to throw.
Now that'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check 50.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They go play action with Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got a man complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 78 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Already speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him in football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
at their own.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
36 power. Zebra.
They'll toss it out to Carson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll run the screen with Carson, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense, and it worked very well there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 40 yards.
at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
He's not going to get me. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Check 50, check 50.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf, he's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Being chased out left, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Check. Brando. Fair.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From the shotgun, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-0.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we reach halftime and what's been a fair... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
It's nothing.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
It's a gain of 23.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out. On the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
First down, Los Angeles.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course,
and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Van Jefferson.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
For the extra point.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
and you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A.
Aldrick Rosas.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Buying time to his left. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
4 yards.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Jimmy Smith, the one.
A gain of 3, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Well, now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be second and goal.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 8 yards. It's now third and goal.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Check.
Now it's Wilson.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to... stretch their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's second and inches at the 35-yard line.
From the gun is Luton. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down. Shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Cam Akers. A gain of 3 on the play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Luton going to pass it out of the shotgun.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Luton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And he's able to put it through. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Rams.
They run again with Carson. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Guys, stay in situation. Let's go. One left, one left. Check 59. Right.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 38.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Rams first down.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Throwing is Luton.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Intended target was Cam Akers.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw is Luton.
Open man is Higbee, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Luton.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Here's Luton to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Bryson Hopkins, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Jamal Adams.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Jaron Reed in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And it's 3rd down.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And this one incomplete. And all that remains is 13 seconds.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Let's go. Back to 60. Back to 60. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Watch your slant. Hey, check back 26.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
14.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to